Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my goodness, it's been absolutely crazy these past few weeks. I've been moving around, and so the move is now official. Within the last week, it's been a total transit period for me. So thank you so very much for your patience with these readings, these early November readings. And all of you who supported the mid-October readings, thank you so very much for your gracious support. And I was so happy to see you guys there. All right, so there are a few announcements here as it pertains to the mid-November readings. I'll be having it same kind of protocol for this month for the mid-November 15th to the 30th readings. And I've changed a few things, okay, to help the process move forward a bit more seamlessly tech-wise. And so for one, okay, they are now available to reserve on the website, alchemynew.com, link in the bio description below. The way that it'll work, okay, is when you order in the email that comes through to you via Alchemy New, so the Alchemy New confirmation order will be a chat link. Okay, so if you have any questions about the tech side of receiving access, okay, then you can chat via that chat link, okay? And it'll come directly to me, so I'll address it right then and there so that there's no missing emails and so on and so forth. Okay, another note, if you want to reach out via email, please email directly to alchemynew@gmail.com as if there's a response or direct response to the email that has been sent out via the Alchemy New confirmation email, it doesn't come through, okay? So I realized that, in the last month, and so now it's clear that the emails need to come directly, okay, in a brand new email. So if you choose to reach out via email directly, then you can do it that way. Okay. Any other announcements? Okay, so the mid-November readings are going to be delivered on November 11th. Okay, so I'm thinking of doing it right on just a few days prior to the 15th, whenever they will be available during the month. And so if you order them any point until the 11th, know that they'll be delivered via email to you on, or perhaps even a few days before the 11th. All right, and any more announcements here? Let's see. Yes, okay, the emails will be sent to is that which is linked to the account that you pay with. So if you're paying via PayPal, then it's your PayPal email address. So check that email address when seeking for that confirmation email to come through. And please also check your spam, just in case it goes to spam. Okay, thank you all so very much. I'm so excited to get these early November readings to you. They're beautiful. Transformations abound for us all here. And remember, we are every sign. So, right, it's a matter of how and what propensity it aligns with your particular chart. And thank you all so much again for your love, your light, your support on this journey forward. And I'll talk to you soon. Hi there, Leo. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your early November reading. Of course, energy is fluid, so I may permeate a little before the 1st, a little after the 15th. Without further ado, let us get right into your reading now. I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, and I was hearing precipitation. And I was hearing I'm hearing the cards fall where they may. Okay, so you're giving something up to be just simply experienced. Okay, I'm hearing shower, to be showered, to just simply experience. Okay, you have the Empress. Third card in the major arcana Aries is card right over here the Four of Wands. Okay, 2 fire energy cards. The Father of Pentacles, which I was concentrating on as I was meditating your energy, and just flipped over here, the Father of Pentacles, and the Tower here just flipped over as well, and I almost said the World. So 2 major arcana here, the Empress, the Tower. There is change, okay? There is shakeup of sorts. There is transformation. There, perhaps for many of you, this could be a birth, okay? But there's a certain opening of the mind. You have here as well Justice that just acrobatically flipped out there. Okay, 3 major arcana on the left-hand side. Question of what materializes. There is a question of what materializes. You may be working with a Libra. Okay, Libra may be involved somewhere. Okay, I'm hearing somewhere down the line, somewhere in time. I'm hearing in space as well for a number of you. But you're in no rush, okay, to determine. I'm hearing the ley lines of significance, of what binds you two together in any shape or form. I'm hearing what the terms are. You have the Mother of Wands here in reverse in the deep past, followed by the Son of Cups upright in the recent past. The Son of Wands, okay, in reverse, looking over back at the Son of Cups in your current state. You then have here the Six of Cups in reverse in your advice. You then have here the Son of Swords upright in your near future. 3 suns here in the bottom row. Okay, you have here the Daughter of Cups. You've got a lot of court cards here. Specifically in the bottom row, you do have the Father of Pentacles as well. Leo, you have the Mother of Wands as well. Okay, it's interesting because it's almost as if you're treating the steps and the stages of this process as a surprise, as surprises in and of themselves. And you're not, there's no desire to, I'm hearing, ascertain in any kind of way I'm hearing to speak before, okay, I'm hearing the shower, okay, to speak before in a certain way what is just natural, okay, that comes in its due time and its due course, okay. And you have here the Ace of Pentacles at the very far right-hand bottom corner of the reading in the final outcome. You're like, it's coming about. Regardless, we understand, we know it's happening. There's no point in, I'm hearing premeditating, okay? There's no point in premeditating. So it's interesting because specifically, I believe it was Virgo, okay? Let's get these cards out. Virgo, who pulled cards speaking to premeditation, okay? And you have here that just popped out the Hierophant. This is Taurus's card, looking right in between the Father of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. The Father of Pentacles having a very direct line of sight on this Ace of Pentacles, straight vision, I'm hearing straight shooting vision. While, and I'm getting specifically the Father of Pentacles is referring to your own, I'm hearing involvement, your own placement. This could be in the workplace, matter of career, and the expectation in a certain way, conceptually, energetically, but in a way that is not determined upon what materializes. Relationship to matters of career finances, the change that takes place. But yet again, you're understanding the naturality of the processes of birth, be it of a project, be it of how what has already been created rebirths itself. You understand it's natural. I mean, it's sequential. There are steps that precede and steps that follow. And where we are in that, I'm hearing in the rung by rung experience of the transformation is not for us to I'm hearing put a placeholder on, to mark, I'm hearing in stone, because it is in a state of transformation where we think we're standing, we're at what stage we think we're at is if we concentrate on that, we lose sight of the objective, the objectification of our values, okay, of what and why we are creating and seeking what we do. So it's almost like you're like, I don't want, you know what? I don't need the telescope. You're like, I don't need that. Okay, I embody the vision. You could take the telescope, okay, and I'm hearing see your cause, expect your cause. I'm hearing by way of an expected, I'm hearing course of action. I'm going to look through the telescope. And what I see, that's going to be, I'm here, it's going to foretell it all. But I recognize that what comes is what and who I become. And my concentration is on who and what I desire. Even if that defies certain realms of how creation is played out. Even if it's anomalous in a certain way. I'm hearing the law as well, to the law, to how structured forms of relations. I'm hearing parenting specifically for a number of you. How I'm hearing patrol. How you do not want to take a forceful approach with this. That's what I'm getting for you. So whatever this may be pertaining to, there's a desire to just go with the flow and see what comes of it. Okay, but you are remaining with a very close eye on what you understand will come about. Okay, now you have a tremendous focus on participation, in this new beginning, in the steps that lead up to this. There could be many steps that lead up to this final culminating point, that is marked by the beginning of the framework of our understanding of what creation means. The power and the concept of creation is the driving, structural, binding, bound force, whereby we are connected. I'm hearing we are created as well, and connected to what we create, whereby we realize that we are, I'm hearing, the rung in the ladder. Oh, very interesting. So we are transforming with what transforms. And yet again, there's no self-expectation, and there is a desire to remain open in a certain way, to who perhaps comes into play at a certain point in time, to signifier, to bring a certain element and aspect of this transformation to light. So there's a desire. It's almost like this, Leo. It's like you're like, you know what? I don't want to put my finger on it. I kind of want to just take a stroll in the park and listen to the sound of the whistling trees and observe. I want to observe. Specifically, and I'm getting sort of scorpionic energy here, specifically with the Father of Pentacles and this Ace of Pentacles. I want to acknowledge that every part plays a part and everything is significant, and I want to be open to that. I want to be open to that. And so you're watching these interactions, and it's almost as if you're not even partaking in the situation. You're not even taking on this active role in a certain way, specifically as you may perceive it in the third dimension, and it may be financial. I'm hearing financial withholding for a number of you specifically. There is a question of what permeates by way of this new beginning. What comes by way of this establishment, foundation of a new beginning. It could speak to matters of translocation, movement, change, a physical location. It could have to do with housing. I'm hearing temporary for a number of you, but specifically I'm hearing temporal perhaps, having to do with the seasons, translocation by way of the seasons, and children. The Chariot being Cancer's card, ruling children and home life. Right over the Six of Pentacles in reverse, mirroring the Chariot, mirroring
the Hanged Man in reverse. To which point the Hanged Man is standing straight up in its grave. Okay, this is water and water, Cancer and Pisces, cyclicality, movement and change, right? Cancer ruling birth, ruled by the moon, cyclicality, transformation, abundance, the materialization of that, the practical, physical side of that. I mean, the terms, the conditions, as well as, yet again, the overarching theme of the cyclicality of the creation, what it means in an esoteric way to us, what is the spiritual significance of what it is that we are experiencing, okay, and what we are remaining open to experience. I'm hearing from day to day, from day to day. So there's something that you want to, I'm hearing it's a tick and it's a talk. You want to feel every drop of water fall, and you really want to feel it for what every drop is. So interesting. Leo. I almost said Gemini. Okay. And you do have the Son of Swords here in your near future, right beneath this Hierophant. So, terms, legality, frameworks, okay, may be a focus here, absolutely. And you may be heeding a certain, I'm hearing regality, okay, you may be heeding a certain, advisory, okay. I'm hearing for a number of you advisory board, and for a number of you advisory notice. There is so you're taking, if you're preparing for something, you're taking every element, factor into consideration, and I'm hearing into notice. So you're like, okay, well, as far as we know, there is a financial side. There is, I'm hearing an esoteric side. There is an emotional side. Okay, there's the reason for why we stand for what we do. There's a reason to the rhyme. But I'm not going to define yet again what that reason is. I'm going to flow with the rhyme. And I'm going to arrive back where I started. Where I'm not questioning any stage of the process yet again. And it's very interesting because it's this sort of, yet again, it's almost like a retrograde, okay, sort of experience where you are moving back, and I see you moving in this sort of wheel, and it's almost like you're on this teacup. It's like a merry-go-round sort of carnival ride, and you're cool, Leo. Like, you're calm, you're cool, you're hanging off the hind of that of that horse, whatever you're riding on, and you're just spinning, and you're totally zen, and I see you. You're like, this is how I'm here. This is how it goes. To go, we must flow with it. And so you're making this round. And it's almost as if it's like others look at you and it's like this, it's like shock value. Okay, this doesn't know how, they're riding on that, on the horse backwards. They're looking in the future. They have the focus maintained on what comes of the experience, but they're remaining open to where the experience leads them, how it brings them to the future, by way of understanding how they've reached this point. Through the many times that they've reached this point. of expectation. So whatever this is, it could be cyclical, Leo, and I'm hearing Aries for you specifically, and there's Son of Wands here, right? It's somewhat of a it's cyclical, and it may have happened before, and it's almost like you understand. I'm hearing like ring around the rosy. Okay, I understand yet again that it's not a matter of my willing. Sometimes to make the progress that we want to make, that I want to bring into manifestation in the third dimension, finds us when we remain open to finding where we started with it. So I'm getting that what you're working with, you, at some point in time, there was a sort of planting of a certain seed. Okay, you're like, that's like a dog, right? Bearing their favorite bone. Okay. I'm coming back for this. I'm putting it right there. Okay, I'm gonna throw, pile some dirt on it, but I'm hearing it rings back, and I'm hearing it rings back home. It rings true for me. The echo of that very conception of the idea of conception, of the idea, the value, the meaning that perhaps even relationships hold for me, that emotional truths and values in a certain way, as I perceive it, as I feel it, hold for me in the future, where I am now looking into the future in a certain way. Okay, so you're understanding the dimensionality, okay, of creation, and you're like, even if the merry goes round in reverse, even if it yes, it feels like I'm being swept backwards. Okay, I understand that it's a matter of the conclusiveness of why I'm writing here to begin with. Okay, and so there's this culmination, okay, of perception, of, I'm hearing the foundry of what this new beginning represents for us. Okay. So very beautiful, Leo. Have a beautiful, beautiful early November. And thank you so much again for your patience with this reading. I appreciate that. And I highly recommend you to check out your rising ascendant or moon sign, as well as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. For example, I know that I resonate a lot with my moon sign, even more than my sun sign sometimes, here and there. So I also resonate here and there with my ascendant rising. Okay. So if you don't know your signs, Leo, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will compute them for you. Otherwise, thank you so much again for tuning in, and have a beautiful early November. I'll be back, soon with the mid-November updates. So I'll have those readings and details on how to, on viewing those, okay, in a few days. So thank you so much again for all of your support. Love and light to you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to your early November reading. And I just wanted to update, as the reading for this video was recorded a few days prior to the confirmation of the way the mid-monthly readings would be working. Okay, so the mid-November readings are now currently available to reserve via the link Alchemy and You. Also available in the description box below, so you can click on that. If you go directly to the website, there should be a banner up there, and you can click that and reserve that way. Okay. Otherwise, thank you all so very much for your support. I appreciate it so very much. For those of you who perhaps were not tuned in the last month when I addressed this change in the way that the mid-monthly readings would work, this change
really allows for me to continue with the mid-monthly readings. Okay, as right, I have the personal services that I offer, but I would like to continue with the general readings, giving them the time and the attention that I do. So your support in this really allows me to continue with that. So thank you so very much, all of you, for your support, your love, your light, your comments, your subscriptions, your shares. I'm so very touched by all of you, and I hope to see you in the November reading soon. All right, bye.